Some games are scheduled, and some games are inevitable. Long before conference standings, long before rankings, long before playoff dreams, there was this. A game circled before the season ever began. A game where every tackle is remembered, every touchdown is replayed, and every mistake lives forever. You don't inherit a rivalry. You become part of one. Every player who puts on these colors carries the weight of everyone who came before him. The victories, the heartbreak, the moments that built this tradition. This week, the records tell one story. Appalachian State, 5 wins, 2 losses, 3-0 in conference. Georgia Southern, 6 wins, 1 loss, also undefeated in Sun Belt play. But rivalry games have never cared about records. They don't care who's favored. They don't care who's hotter. They only ask one question. Who's willing to take it? Because today, every yard will be contested. Every first down will be earned. Every hit will carry a message. And every possession could change the course of a season. Conference standings can wait. Polls can wait. Championship talk can wait. Today, this is personal. For 60 minutes, there are no friends, no second chances, no tomorrow. Only black and gold against blue and white. Only Appalachian State against Georgia Southern. Welcome to Rivalry Week. Let's write the next chapter.
There is a reason they call this the prettiest little stadium in America. Glad to have you with us from Paulson Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Georgia Southern Eagles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me pregame, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mountaineers offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They feed him again. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Gotta establish the line of scrimmage.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Makes the catch. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Mountaineers are marching down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Roberts. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia Southern's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big third down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Dallas. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. The Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tough to make a living as an offense converting on 3rd and 10, but they'll try it here. Johnson looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Got enough for the 1st. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe some room here. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Mountaineers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Johnson wants to throw it. Got it. Stumbled to the ground.
Man, that is so much easier said than done. To be a linebacker and have to play the run and then break on the running back and then tackle him in open space, like you've got to be a really, really good athlete. It started with his eyes, seeing the running back creep out to the flat, breaking on it, and then being physical for the tackle.
Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept
picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Inside the 40. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hollins.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. And some room to work. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Might have a chance. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Fires to the wideout. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, App State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. They're working that left side. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Eagles with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Slings it downfield. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Finds his man. Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Caught behind the line. It's Hollins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Johnson looking to throw. Bringing the heat. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where
What up, chat?
You throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack
good with
because
you?
what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Got a man. It's James. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Roberts. The defense there to make the stop, but he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's James. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the Florida Gators. And it's the Bulldogs looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Back now to your game inside Paulson Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Georgia Southern's head coach told me at the half, they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
On the ground with the counter. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Johnson wants to throw it. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Could be an alley. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Can't get him to the ground. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Takes the handoff, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
With the catch, it's Helms. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dallas. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
Snags it and he's open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll move the wide receiver. He leaves it with his back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Johnson wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll go right back to him. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the top 12 and the scoreboard and see how those teams vying for playoff spots are doing. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. Bully ball on third and short. Runs through the tackle. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Finding some room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Mountaineers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lewis. Touchdown, App State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Bulldozes his way through. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Eagles come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The run inside. It's Gibbs. Here's a little room there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Gibbs. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd down play from the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Quick handoff. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They run the reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Appalachian State! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Quick release on the RPO.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
The Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Kick the ball, hunt it, give it away? No. Okay, they added a little drama with the toe tap, but they get the 1st down.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, was it, Reese? That had to be thrown perfectly, and what a job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds on that 4th down.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Helms. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. So now it's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Gibbs. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
There are wins, and then there are rivalry wins. They don't look pretty. They aren't supposed to. Because rivalry games aren't about perfection. They're about resilience. They're about answering every punch with one of your own. Tonight, 2 teams fought for 60 minutes. 2 teams believed the game belonged to them, but only one team gets to leave with the trophy. Only one team gets to carry the bragging rights. And tonight, that team was Appalachian State. Nobody will remember how tired we were. Nobody will remember how loud the crowd became. Nobody will remember how many times momentum changed sides. They'll remember one thing. When the moment demanded somebody take control, the Mountaineers answered. This victory means more than another number in the win column. It keeps us in the conference race. It reminds every team in the Sun Belt that Appalachian State isn't chasing respect anymore. We're demanding it. Championship seasons aren't built in easy games. They're forged in moments like this, when the pressure was the highest, when emotions are raw, when every possession feels like the season hangs in the balance. Those are the moments that define a team. And today, this team defined itself. The rivalry is behind us. The mission isn't over. The conference still has challengers. The road to the championship keeps climbing. But tonight, the mountain belongs to us. The Odyssey continues. And if you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and become part of the Odyssey. Next week, the journey continues. Until then, I'll see you at kickoff.